so still. Hi, and welcome to day 21 of our 30 days challenge. And I'm Joanna from Shining Mama, and today I would like to invite you to empower yourself to shine your light into the world. And I will tell you what tools I use and invite you to find your own, of course, and maybe, I don't know, check mine sometimes. First of all, I'm crazy about books. If I have an addiction into my life, then it's about books. And lately, maybe last almost 8 years, I am in love with the books that teach me how to take care of myself. But that for me goes even beyond keeping myself safe and warm. But it keeps, I'm looking for tools that keep me loved by myself and by others, of course. Not by making compromises, but loved, just really the basic real love. And also books, they help me become more conscious about myself. And I'm reading right now 4 of them, because maybe I said it before in this 30-day challenge, but I'm really now in a creative period, and when I'm in a creative period, I find it very difficult to read. I don't have the time, I don't give myself the time to read when I'm in a creative period, because it just goes on and on and on and on, and even at night, and I just wake up with these ideas and I have to write them down, and I don't have to, but I want to. And sometimes I'm just getting like I'm underwater, and it's so much water, and there are so many ideas, and I don't know which one to grab first. And I always joke with my light guides. I say, well, can you be a little bit steady paced, a little bit? Can I hear about it tomorrow, please? Can I please not go to sleep? But in my experience, when I have this kind of bout of inspiration, it's very difficult to stop until I get it all down. And sometimes I wake up in the night. That's why I find iPad such an interesting tool, because I'm just waking up sometimes in the night and I'm writing and writing and writing, or if I don't have the iPad next to the bed, which usually doesn't happen, then I have this notebook and I put a very small lamp on, and I just write and write. So back to the books. Right now I don't really give myself much time to read, but when I do, I really love it, because I get very inspired even if I read one page, and in between making jus d'orange for my son and making a green smoothie for myself. So I'm reading 4 books at the moment. The one I already mentioned a few times is The Big Leap of Gay Hendricks. I didn't finish it yet. Very interesting, because every page is just a jewel of inspiration and of consciousness about shining. Of course, that's the big theme for me, anyway. And if you're watching this, maybe for you too. Another one is something that I am merely beginning to read, and it's about the War of Art by Stephen Pressfield. And I've heard about it a lot in the last few, maybe 2 months or so, from different people, and different from Marie Forleo. I heard about it, and I thought I'm going to go along by the American Book Center and ask if they have it, and I got the last one. So yay! Really happy. And he writes a lot about, it's a wink wink book to the title, maybe you know it, The Art of War, which I never read because I don't like the idea of war, and I'm not interested to make an art out of it. I understand that it has some knowledge and wisdom about the game of life, but I'm not so sure that I will ever read that one. But this one I like. And it talks a lot about resistance. It's mostly about resistance. I mean, if you look at the first 40 pages, resistance and rationalization, resistance and healing, resistance in isolation, resistance and fear. It talks about resistance, and it's very interesting because shining your light into the world has something to do about, it has something to do with resistance, because we all hit it, let's be honest. Another one I'm reading is more like a business book actually, and I heard an interview of Guy Kawasaki. He wrote a lot of interesting books. I heard about him, or I didn't hear about him, but I heard about this book on Jamie Tardy, her website. She has amazing interviews. Jamie Tardy, I'm going to put below all these titles and the sources that I heard about the books from, so don't mind my accent, but Jamie Tardy, anyway, she has an amazing collection of interviews with millionaires, and she proudly says about herself that she also wants to be a millionaire soon. And so that's why she interviews all these amazing people, and Guy Kawasaki was also on her agenda, and she's a big fan of him, and I am too, and he's just amazing. And this book is more about how to be enchanting in business, but I think it has to do also with how to be enchanting in life. And it has to, he says, undertitle is How to Woo, Influence and Persuade. But it is very interesting because it doesn't talk only about business, but also about general stuff like shining stuff. Wink wink. And another book I'm reading again and again, and this is maybe my fourth time, but until now I read it in Dutch, and now I got it in English, and I'm very happy to have it, and it's really, I am so in love with this information. It's more energetical than other books. It's a channeled book, maybe you know about channeling. And it's by Sanaya Roman and Dwayne Parker, and it's about creating money and attracting abundance. And this is something that is very important, I believe, for everybody. Because it's not being abundant, and maybe you see a theme into these 4 books that I'm reading at the moment, but being abundant is it's a sign in my voice if it goes down like this. Being abundant is very important for us, because being in poverty doesn't help us shine, and that's the basis of everything. Maybe you have a great job, maybe you have abundance in your life, that's very nice. I also have abundance, but I want to create even more, so I'm able to help even more people. And so I'm able to build that center that I was talking about the other day. So creating abundance, and it's about the title is creating money and attracting abundance, but it's about how you are present energetically in your world. It's let's open it somewhere. All my experiences are opportunities to gain more power, clarity, and vision. And it's full with nuggets of wisdom like this. I honor my integrity in all that I do. I always choose the path of most light. It's about energy. It's about how you stand up into your life, and all their books talk to me directly. And I used to have a time when I was so elated every day just by reading a few lines of their books. I had like, I don't know, in that time I was working at an architecture bureau, which was really, really high ranked into the design world. And I was reading these books and I was feeling like I'm exploding with happiness every day. And it was not only about my job that was going at that time quite good, but yeah, it was just amazing how many moments of total happiness and ecstasy I had without doing anything besides reading the book. That book, I don't know which one it was at the time, but it was one of Sanaya Roman and Wayne Parker. So check out my books and think about what your sources of empowerment are. And being a single mom, I had times when I couldn't read. I had a lot of months after months to only to be able to listen to stuff on the internet usually, or buying listen books, read books, or how do you call that, audiobooks. So maybe think about what you would like to empower yourself with. I will see you tomorrow.